Now we're live, yeah.
Now we're live, yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, we have two people. Hopefully, more will come soon. But today, I am talking to Timo about engagement on Substack and how you can actually build a meaningful conversations and connections on the platform, and why you should actually leave any other social media. Welcome, Timo. Very nice to have you here.
Yeah, I'm very happy and very honored to have this Substack live with you. I
Yeah.
mean, we did like a collaboration post. I would say I did a guest post on your newsletter about
Um,
all the strategies
True.
of networking. And I mean, I didn't make a lot of thoughts about what we talk about today, except like the
Mhm.
last 5 minutes. I thought, oh, what could we talk about today? What I thought would maybe be interesting and what would be a nice addition to the article we did was to give our general experience in history,
Yeah,
networking online and networking
yeah.
on social media. Maybe you have something interesting to say on how your general experience, what your general experience is with like networking online and what opinions you have about it in general.
Yeah, I think so. From my experience so far, and that's a lot of years already. So I've been trying to do something online for I think ever since 2010. But I think throughout all of this time, I have been trying to avoid networking and, and engaging with other people. But I always knew that it's actually how you like the fastest way possible to build an audience, and it's an activity that always works on any other on any social media. Actually, that's how you grow your audience faster when you go out there, especially if you're new to the platform, like any platform. If you go out there and connect with others, like interact with their comment, like leave a meaningful comment or join the conversation, not just doing it mechanically or just for the purpose of doing it, then that's how you grow. Honestly, I have never tried this on social media because I'm trying to really to avoid that because of my I also have my 9 to 5 job, so I don't really want to invest that much time. But I have done it on Medium because I joined Substack from Medium, and on Medium it was also one of the key activities to get more people to read your content, because on Medium you make money out of reads. And yeah, I've done it there, so I have a little bit of experience.
So
And
what is the basic strategy there? I have no idea about Medium.
in a nutshell, you should not do it on Medium. that's that's because it's now kind of illegal. It's just simply because the leadership of Medium, so they think of engagement as an activity um, that is that you do when you try to game the algorithm, or you try to game the platform in order to make more money. That is simply because the business model of Medium is designed in a way that it's not working in both directions. So either writers make money or Medium makes money. And it's always, if writers make more money, then Medium makes less money, and the other way around. So that's why, and also the way that you make money on Medium is very much tied to the level of engagement that you have on your posts. And that's why it's now kind of um, it's like it doesn't really feel as a community anymore, at least not to me. And that's the feedback that I have seen from many other writers online.
But
What's your experience
I
with
never
other platforms? Yeah.
what engagement actually means. So we're like clear on this. With the engagement strategy, you mean you would just comment under the articles of different people. That would
Yes,
be
and
the
and you like and follow their profiles, and also you can share any kind of interaction with their content or their profile.
hmm
S- Yeah.
no, interesting. I mean,
Mm,
I went deep into the engagement strategy back when I was on Twitter.
yeah.
So I remember I started on Twitter And actually, like for most people, the first 100 followers are like the hardest because they have to figure out the platform and everything. But
Yeah.
for me, I remember I at the point when I got like 500 followers, and I thought like, oh, this is very easy and very simple, because
Yeah.
I guess I was very communicative and very social and very
Yeah.
engaging on
Yeah.
Twitter. So I just talked with a lot of people inside of the DMs, a lot of comments. I never did it like to farm followers. Was just like
Mm.
very social on Twitter, and that's how I got the first followers. So yeah, it was just very social. And but on Twitter, it was actually there was more to it. Like for example, what you could do is when you post
Mm.
a new special post, it's very important that in the first few minutes, that you get a lot of views, a lot of engagement in the first few minutes of your post, so that
Yeah.
the algorithm pushes it out more and more. So, like one strategy, what you do, the big post in my case was like giveaways
Yeah.
for some freebie for a lead magnet. And what you do, you have your creator friends where you
Mm.
support each other. And right when you post a new post, you send the link to this post in their DMs and tell them, hey, could you please help me out with this post and comment and retweet?
Yeah.
Way that in the first minute, the Twitter algorithm sees, wow, this post must be really great. So I push it out to like more people. And this is like the main engagement strategy that you did on Twitter with like basic tweets and
Yeah.
giveaways. And
Yeah.
how I see it, it's not really a big thing on Substack, right? It seems like the algorithm for notes works differently. Maybe you know more about it.
Very differently, yes. I think what you're describing is what some people also refer to as a viral drop, where you, hi Marlena, hi, where you are posting, like you're giving away something, as you very much as you described, and then because of that, and you're asking, in order to deliver this, you're asking for engagement, and because of that, many people start to engage, and then this pushes the post even more, and that's how you also get followers and maybe also some subscribers due to the delivery of the freebie or lead magnet or whatever it is, the giveaway that you're doing on Substack. I have tried this myself, and I have also seen others trying this on Substack, and it's not really it's not really resonating that much. And also there is a it's not very easy to do this on Substack because it cannot be automated. Because on most of the other social media platform, usually those type of posts are automated. So anyone who engages with this post, they get the delivery of the giveaway pretty much automatically, which is actually no way you can do that on Substack. So no, it's not, Substack is not really like a um, any other social media that I have been interacting there out there.
Yeah, it's like it feels closer and more of a
Mm.
close circle. I mean, I can also take back the comparison to Twitter. And
Yeah.
there, basically, when we talk about networking and engaging with other creators, the
Mm.
feature is simple. You find a new creator from somewhere and you can
Mm.
send it a DM, and then you
Mm.
can start a conversation. This
Yeah.
is a basic way to do it on Substack, and it's a basic way on Twitter. But the thing
Yeah.
is, Twitter is like a way bigger platform and it's way more busy.
Mm.
So if I send like
True.
10 just basic conversation starters to other creators, maybe 3 or 4 people text me back. But when
Yeah.
Substack, I was like very surprised. Like everybody talked back to me.
Yeah.
And it was not even so much of a status thing, you know.
No.
On Twitter, when I started off,
Yeah.
most people didn't reply back. But then I got like 3,000,
Mm.
4,000 followers on Twitter, and I had a status and I could talk to other people. But when I started off on Substack, I talked to all the bigger people like Windu, for example, or Sam from Slow AI, and I was just a complete newbie, but they were all talking to me. Nobody ignored
Yeah.
me. It was very surprising, this switch.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It's just, it very much feels like a community, and it's also very. supported by Substack themselves, and they also encourage us to do that on the platform, to connect with other people and to also join the conversation in the comment section, and lead meaningful conversations, and also create a stable connections, actually connections that can turn into not only a larger audience of subscribers, but also partnerships, even business partnerships. And I have seen this coming. It's also happening on social media, of course, but on Substack, it just feels more human and more real and more authentic. At least that's
Yeah.
my
And to me, it feels like just in general how Substack works. It's easier to help each other through sharing your audience, because on Substack you directly work with the email list. And
yeah
basically the one big reason why I switched from Twitter to Substack was because it was easier to collaborate with your email list. Because I guess at the end phase of my Twitter, my main goal in my business in general was just to grow my email list. So
yeah
what I did, I reached out to other people on Twitter and was asking them if they have an email list, if we
mm,
could do a list swap in
yeah
some way. But the
yeah
thing is, people on Twitter, many of them don't do email marketing and don't have an email list. They have followers, but
yes
you cannot do a follower swap. That doesn't
yes
really work.
yes
And then I
exactly.
looked at Substack and I understood what followers are on Twitter, your
Yeah.
subscribers are on Substack. So
Mm,
it's way easier if you connect with a creator, you have a similar niche. If you
yeah.
like other a little bit, you can collaborate and share your audience, and it's like a win-win for everybody. And I think this mechanism of that it's so simple and straightforward to do audience sharing and to help each other is also a big reason why Substack feels so social.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you don't really have to do audience swaps or things like that, because the level of collaboration that you could do on Substack already does that for you. So it's really enough to create some and do some collaborations with other people, and then you're instantly visible to their audiences, and not only followers but actually subscribers. People are seeing you in their inboxes, and that's a huge lever that we don't really have anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
what would you say? What are the most, I mean, in the article we did together, right? I wrote
Yes,
about all the different ways how to
yes.
network on Substack, but I guess now it's very interesting to hear which levers you actually use the most and in which specific ways you use these platform levers.
Yes, I will. So in the meantime, I will share the link to the article. It's entirely free if anyone who is watching right now would like to take a look. I posted it in the comments, but it doesn't appear there.
That's not clickable. That's what I can see.
No, I don't. Oh, okay. Now it's visible and it's not clickable. Why? I don't know.
And I think
Okay.
it's maybe the Substack live stream feature that you can post.
No, usually when I add a link, it's actually clickable. But anyways, um, yeah. Back to the question. So, what am I using from the platform? I focus a lot on notes, and my engagement is predominantly focused there, and also on posts of other people. I'm actively searching for good content out there to read and interact with, and also share. It's just because I have another reason why I have a what people call minimalistic newsletter on Kit, where I send 2-3 links to people every day about making money online, and using AI and Substack, and building an email list and selling. And I need more content for this every day, for this email, for this newsletter. So that's also another reason why I do that. And my engagement is predominantly focused there, and it's working really well also for my subscribers growth. So it's posting notes and then make sure that you answer your comments. That's a huge thing, and I try to do this every day. because I figured that every time I answer my comments, then I instantly get a like subscriber um, peak in my in my new subscriptions. Just people, it's not enough that people interact with you, but if you answer to their comments, even if they're not asking you anything, if it's not question, just share, like exchange a few words, and then some of them become your subscribers. So that's another thing. So notes, answering your comments on your notes, and then interacting with other people's content like posts and notes as well. And the fourth thing that I'm doing a lot is the live streams as well. So recently, I think I almost every week I have at least one live. And I love doing this. I'm also using them for, I'm posting them on my Substack, and I'm posting them also on YouTube. And yeah, it's working. I from live streams alone, I've been number of new subscribers I got was about 20 just during the live
Mhm.
from people who first saw me in this live. So it's working
And
really well.
I mean, the lives, you always do them with other creators, right?
Yes, I have never done a live alone by myself. I am considering it right now, just simply because I want to test the share screen feature. Now that we have it from Substack, it's relatively new. So I'd love to at least test and see whether I can share my screen and show some things, like much like as if I'm doing a webinar or something like that, or a master class, for example. And the great thing is that you could also run a live only for paid subscribers. That's that's really interesting.
Very interesting. What you just said about that you only do lives with other people, I mean, this
Mhm.
is just my third live, and all of them have been with other people. But to
Yeah,
me, it's interesting to hear how do you end up with having these collaboration lives? Because I just share now uh, my workflow or whatever you want to call it to
yeah,
getting like with others.
yeah.
So what I just do right now, the basic workflow is I reach out to people and
Yeah.
then I just, how I did it with you, I asked if you would like to do a collaboration post or if I do a guest post for your newsletter. And then we work.
Mhm.
And then just the next natural step is I ask them if you would also be interested to go on a live about
Yeah,
this topic or in general, and
yeah.
then do the live as the natural next step. This is like my live stream workflow to getting live.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your workflow to get lives? Is it similar or is
Uh,
it or
Yeah, it's very spontaneous, to be honest. So right now, this life is obviously part of your of your system, and yeah. But my lives are there are different types actually. One type of them are whenever I have some um, promotional activity or there's an offer that I really want to push. And for example, if I am launching something new, or if I am helping a partner with their launch. Like recently, I have done a live with Philip from Right Build Scale about mini courses, and they have a really great offer about this. And I am their affiliate partner. So one type of lives are those lives, but we are not talking about the offer. We just we try to deliver a lot of value during those lives. That's to actually share what we believe is working and why, and what is not working and why, and so on. So that's one thing that I'm doing, and then the other lives that I have been doing so far are really pretty spontaneous. It's usually if somebody invites me, or if I get excited about some kind of an event, or somebody has grown like a lot on the platform, and I want to talk about this so that we share the story of this growth and how this person did it. Usually following some kind of an event that worth sharing and worth talking about it. That's how I do it. But I don't plan to have a live every week. It's just recently it happens to be so for some reason. And also while I'm participating in other collaborative projects, and that would be the first digital dollar from Anforni. He's a great guy. He has a great newsletter on Substack as well, and I'm part of his project, and we have done also live about this. I am doing also spotlights, so I as a reward from my challenges from my newsletter. So within my newsletter, I'm running writing and note challenges for people who want to really stay consistent and grow on Substack. And I have a reward for those who are most active and stay consistent throughout the entire month. And that's a spotlight with me. It's a conversation with me. And usually those spotlights are recorded, but sometimes I do them live. And yeah, so I don't think that I have some kind of a like system about lives. It's just more uh, as it comes to me.
Yeah, I guess if you have 10,000 subscribers, a lot of opportunities come. So you
Yeah.
don't need a system to get them, right?
At some point, yes. So, in the beginning, you are working for your growth, and then at some point, it starts working for you. Although I don't, I mean, I can say that I'm at this stage right now, but I guess with 10,000 subscribers, it's a little bit a different story. Yes, so people come to you. It's a validation. It's also status, as much like as you said on Twitter. So when people see 10,000 subscribers, so they instantly perceive you as somebody who is successful on the platform, even though it's not always the case, because I have seen people with 10,000 subscribers and 20,000 subscribers who are not really making enough money for that volume. So, anyways, it's just how people think about it. And
I
yes,
mean,
Marlena, also, when you invite me to an interview with you, I would love to do another one with you as well. As a live. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, what you just said is a very another nice aspect of networking
Mm.
where I have like a certain opinion about it,
Yeah.
which is like when you do good work and you become somebody, whatever that means, then
Yeah.
people come to you, you know?
Yes.
Like I see a lot of people where I think it's nonsense to do networking. Like
Mm.
often uh, I see networking just as a procrastination task, instead of
Mm.
actually
Yeah.
doing work and getting things done and
Yeah.
building your business. You do like networking with
Yeah.
people that has nothing to do with what
Mm.
you're actually doing. So I see that a lot. So my
Yeah.
general principle is definitely uh, I do good work and then people come to me.
Yeah.
I mean, on Substack, the networking is very direct because we all have the same goal of growing on Substack. So it makes
Yeah.
sense to reach out and to connect. But I'm not going on random networking events where people from every industry and with every type of business come just to talk and just to see. Like I see this basic networking as just a procrastination task. And I mean, we're
Mhm.
all humans. We all have social needs and want to
Mm.
talk and connect, but that's it's not productive, especially not in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like like I'm not in my Substack journey, I'm not in the space where I get like 10 DMs every day. So I'm still like in the building phase, and sooner or later it's more that people will come to me, then I go to people, and I'm completely fine. But in the
Yeah.
stage that I am right now, I'm reaching out to people. I just know on Twitter I had like this status of that I am somebody with my
Yeah.
4,000 followers a little bit.
Yeah.
I like I had one viral thread on
Yeah.
Twitter. It got like 5.5 million views, which I did
Yeah.
like about the mafia in Bali. Very interesting
Yeah.
story. Very
Yeah.
fascinating. Uh, The story for a different time. But
Yeah.
just when I did that story, I saw it like live. People reached out to me. I didn't need to DM everybody or text anybody. There were so many opportunities in case of people that wanted to pay me to promote their product, or people that just wanted to connect and reach out as a fellow creator, that I didn't need to do any outreach. And I
Yeah.
think before that, I already had the principle. But this viral article just proved the point of just do good work. And if your work is really good, then people will come to you and
Yeah.
will want to talk to you. And you don't need to do any networking as a procrastination task, but just focus on your work and do just specific networking with people where you can directly help each other out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yes. I think it's similar here on Substack, more or less. It's just when you reach out to somebody, it's always, at least I also have a similar principle. It's always somebody that I find relevant to what I do on Substack. It's not just anybody and not just anyone from any other niche.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
like a related topic that I think about is the growth strategy of commenting on notes mainly. Like if you're completely new and the
hmm
way you want to be in is that you leave comments under notes in articles,
yeah,
and it's a strategy. It's very big on Twitter, and it's also something that gets told on Substack a
yeah,
little bit that I see. And uh, I think generally it's something that works. But for my target audience, which is people that build Substack on a 9 to 5, so they have limited time and limited energy, it's
mm,
definitely a strategy that in general I don't recommend. Like of it works, of course, you can comment a lot on notes and spend 20 minutes engaging on notes and on articles every day. But I
yeah.
think if you are a person with limited time and limited energy and don't do that full time, it's not a strategy I recommend because it's nothing that where you gain something long term. And I think you can put your energy and time in different strategies to grow that are better for this specific situation.
Probably, yes. It's interesting that you mentioned that because I'm also a 9 to 5er myself. And I also try to optimize my time and save as much time as possible and stay efficient. So the whatever I'm doing, I try to focus on results and make sure that whatever I'm doing, it's delivering. It's not just, a waste of time. So yes, I would definitely say so. But engagement on the platforms, it really works and it helps, especially if you're not growing at the rates that with new subscribers at the rates that you are aiming to, and that's something that you could easily do every day. And it depends how you approach it, honestly, because probably because I also need some content from my other newsletter on kids, so I either way I have to do it in order to curate some content for my other newsletter. But I'm also during the day, during I mean, in my lunch break or coffee break, I tend to open Substack and see what happens, and I could always leave every now and then a few comments or restack or like something, and it's an easy thing to do. I don't think it's a very time consuming kind of kind of thing unless you think about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, especially like liking and restacking, I think is a
Mm.
no-brainer. I also
Yeah,
think it's very good and very important to just, if you see something interesting, you just restack it and share it with your audience. I think
yeah,
it's a no-brainer. But just what I mean mainly with this engagement strategy is like leaving comments and not leaving
yes,
comments for the sake of being social or just praising your opinion, but like engagement for the sole purpose of like growing and being seen, Like you don't
yeah.
comment because you
Mm.
want to comment on it. You comment just with the goal of growing and like that other people see you. And I don't think that doesn't I think that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you do it only because of that, then it becomes really a burden, a boring task that you have to do, something to procrastinate about, also as well. But honestly, I see a lot of people, especially newcomers to Substack, that are doing this specifically, and they're also posting notes and posts like this. For example, uh, if you subscribe to me, I subscribe to you. They're commenting on my notes, just leaving a link to their post, or um, I even got somebody recently. It was very funny to see that. So there's no. So this person was commenting on one of my notes, and the entire comment was something like "sub to me, bitch," and that with that exact wording. And I was like, "Oh my god, what's that person?" So, and then I opened their profile. I just got curious, and I saw that they had that very same type of language in pretty much any piece of content that I have posted out there. So I just decided it's just who this person is. Didn't subscribe, of course, but I think that's not helping. This type of comment is not really something that will make people subscribe to you. So you don't have to ask people to subscribe to you directly. You just be there and be who you are, and the right people will find you. That's what I believe. That's my approach, at least, and it's working really well for me.
Yeah, I mean, what you just told me about this comment, I think the aspect of it that they express themselves and that they have a very unique personality in how
True.
they express yourself in your comments. That's
Yeah.
something that I really appreciate, being yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't support this type of language so much, uh,
Me
but
too.
but I think it's really cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just a way to stand out, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
the standing out made you click on their profile, but
Yeah. Yeah.
if it's not aligned with any value behind it,
Yeah.
uh, it doesn't make that much sense. So if
Yes,
anybody
exactly.
is seeing this right now, if the person that did it seeing this right now, I think we can both agree that there are better ways to spend your time and energy, right, Jana?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Another question, I think it doesn't have
Mm.
that much to do with networking, but what I'm very, very interested to hear. You
Yeah.
said you have a second type of newsletter on Kit, and I
Yeah.
also looked into it. I think it's a really nice newsletter. Basically, the format, it's a curation newsletter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
True.
what I'm just interested to hear, I mean, I understand. I also use Kit, so I understand benefit of using a email marketing platform like Kit in comparison to Substack.
Mm.
But if maybe you can explain me more, what was the reasoning that you decided to make a second newsletter on Kit instead of making a second publication on Substack?
Yeah, a few reasons actually. I started this newsletter there um much earlier, before I started on Substack, to be honest. And my original idea was, it was back then when I was writing on Medium only, and my original idea was to use it as a another way to send more traffic to my Medium articles. I am also very much interested in YouTube, and I also see it as a very good way to drive traffic to YouTube as well. Because it's working really well for those type of platforms where you can monetize from traffic. That's a really great way, but that's not the main reason. So the main reason why I started this was because I really loved the format of it. It's really just few bullets, and it takes less than 1 minute to consume them and to decide whether you want to read one of those things or not. And it's really easy to maintain, and it's daily, and it's very high open rates and very high engagement rates, just because it's very easy and fast to consume. And I keep it on Kit for many reasons, actually, because and not Substack. And that is because I like the design settings and options that I have in Kit much better than I can do on Substack. And also because I I can segment much better on Kids. So I have tags. I can filter subscribers very easily, and if I want to send one version of the daily email to a certain segment and another version of the daily email to another segment, then I can do that. Where in
Can you
Substack,
give me an example of that?
for example, if I know that, so I have people in Kit who are more interested in artificial intelligence and the AIs and the tools that I'm building, and then I have people who are more interested in in Substack and growth on Substack, and then I have people also who are more interested in Medium specifically. So if I want to, I can select, for example, not 3 but 6 or 9 different links and send different links to those segments, so that it's more relevant to them. For example, that's something. Or for example, if I want to send an affiliate link, because I'm also, that's one of the ways that I'm monetizing this newsletter. If I want to send an affiliate link and I know that this affiliate link is not relevant for part of my audience, then I can simply exclude them and then send something else to them instead of this one link. This is something that you can't easily do on Substack, unfortunately. Like if you, and especially if you want to post this email as a post online, then we don't really have that feature on Substack. Whereas on Kit is very, very easy. And yeah, and that's why I keep it on Kit. I have been considering to move it on Substack, honestly, and I see some people are starting such newsletters on Substack or moving from Kit to Substack. And I saw also one person move to Substack and then move back to Kit. Just, I mean, I've been considering to come to Substack with this newsletter because the growth on Substack is way much faster than on Kit. So on Kit, I have to
discoverability is way higher.
Yes, organic discoverability is much, much higher. But because of the other reasons, I still keep it to Kit.
And what's your recommendation for the people listening right now if they are thinking of doing a curation newsletter and they also have this internal conflict of should I do it on ConvertKit or on Substack? What would you recommend to them?
Yeah, I would probably recommend Substack just because of the growth and discoverability, honestly. But I mean, if you are crazy about experience and tracking and data and design, then Kit would be the better option. And yeah, maybe I should say also that I'm using Kit for many other things, not just this newsletter. And Kit is a paid platform, unlike Substack. Substack is free, but Kit is not. And if you want to use all of those features, you have to pay like a few $100s per month. And that's not really, unless you have a very solid monetization strategy, then it's not really a good way to go with Kit only for this type of newsletter, at least in the beginning. At some point, when it is a huge newsletter with a huge audience and subscriber base, and you have a very solid monetization in place, then probably makes sense. And yeah, another reason why I stay in Kit is because of the data, actually, because I can open each and every email and also export data and analyze which links are clicked and which links are not clicked, and I can improve my content curation very easily because of that, which is not something that I can do on Substack. So my choice would be always Kit, but if you're just starting and if you want to grow faster, then probably Substack is a better way to choose.
Yeah, that's a very good answer, Yana. So
Thank you.
what I just have to say about it, I guess the cost is a very important factor for most people because most people, they don't make 6-figure in their 9 to 5 or something. They just scrape by. And
Yeah,
especially also for me, like I keep my tool stack very simple and I have some paid tools and
yeah,
Kit is just very expensive. If you
yeah,
compare it to another software or if you compare
mm,
it to the monthly Netflix subscription, Kit
yeah,
is very expensive. I mean, in the beginning, it's good for scaling because you pay uh, per subscriber. So for all people that doesn't know that,
yeah,
if you have below 1,000 subscribers and you have the basic plan, it's like $30 per month or something like that. It's already expensive. But
yeah,
if you have 2,000 subscribers or 3,000 subscribers, it always gets more and more expensive. So I think
true.
that's like the one most important aspect for most people. And I guess the second important aspect is you said you like to do all the tracking and you have way more options and way more numbers you can check out.
True.
And I think you are a very number-oriented person,
Mm,
but
I
there are a
am.
lot of people out there that are not so much into numbers and tracking and analytics, and it has the advantages and disadvantages, of course. But I
Yeah.
guess for most people that are not such such a big number fan like you, Jana,
Yeah.
Substack is also the simpler version because you wouldn't look into all this data that you have in Kit anyway. So
True.
yeah,
True.
my basic, I also thought about this. I mean, I also had Kit before I started with Substack, but just I also thought about my basic advice about it. And I would say if you are below, a very basic principle is below 1,000 subscribers, just go with Substack. And if you
Mm.
are 1,000, have 1,000 subscribers, you can think about taking it to the next level and going into Kit. That's my basic advice.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Also with Kit, I'm using Kit heavily with my Substack together. All of my automations are there, and my sales sequences and engagement sequences, and big part of my revenue is actually coming from Kit. So it entirely makes sense for me to. I mean, those $200 per month are covered already. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Kit can charge so much because it makes you so much money if the rest
yes,
of the business is
yes,
correctly. That's the
yes,
basic idea. But if the
yes,
rest of the business is not correctly set up, then people would lose money on Kit, right? So that's
true.
why it's
Yeah,
not for beginners.
yeah, yeah, very true. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend to go there if at least you have I don't know, a bigger audience and a good idea about how to monetize it. Maybe some products or services or coaching or something that like you have to have some kind of a monetization in place before you go to such platforms for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, the big reason why I already used Kit
Mm.
uh, is because I use Twitter, and Twitter has no email marketing or no email
Exactly.
stuff. So
Yes.
I was like I didn't know about Substack really. I was like
Yeah.
forced to use Kit, and now everybody that is listening to this is on Substack more or less. And Substack is such a great tool that you can use for free, right? I think
Yeah.
that's something that most people don't appreciate, like all the opportunities. Uh, in case of discovery, of course, but also in
Yeah.
case of email marketing
Yeah.
that you have all of this for free is I think
True.
something that is very not appreciated enough. Because now
Mm.
imagine uh, I don't think that something like that is coming the way Substack is maneuvering. But now imagine Substack brings out a paid tier and it's like pay to win. It technically makes sense because Substack provides so much value.
Yeah.
But just imagine the opportunities we have for Substack is something that would be worth paying money for, but we have it all for free. So I think that's something to appreciate.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think they're not going to go there. Just simply because they are taking 10% of the revenue that we are making as paid subscribers. What they already do is to introduce new features or new yeah, new features on the platform actually mostly, or new support, new analytics, and also a premium support to people who are bestsellers. That's their strategy. That's how they incentivize creators to earn them more money. But I don't think that they're gonna introduce a monthly fee or something like that for us. Probably, and I really look forward to it. I really expect. I mean, I would be the first one to test this if they go into that direction. But I think they probably will introduce maybe paid advertisement on the platform. Hopefully, in the good way, not in the way the majority of the social media are exploiting this.
Yeah, I mean, I hear for the first time about this paid support for bestsellers and stuff. Maybe you want to tell me
It's
more?
not a paid support. It's a it's premium. So it's if you are a bestseller and if you ask support something, you have a priority, and they are answering very very fast.
And that's it's just like exclusive to bestsellers or what?
Yes, so you have to have a bestseller badge in order to be there. And also there are beta, like new features that are in beta. Bestsellers have access to this. Like for example, we have what they call drip campaigns right now. I believe they are going to be available to all of the creators at some point. They will be replacing the welcome emails, but right now it's only bestsellers. And you could do a welcome sequence, something like an automation. So it's welcome sequence, it's a win back sequence. For people who are leaving, for paid subscribers, you could start a nurturing sequence. You could start a sequence for free to paid conversion and things like that. But it's still very basic to me. I have given them a lot of feedback on this. I will stay with Kit because I can't really segment in any way, and I cannot tag people, and I cannot um like for example, if I have in Kit a conversion sequence for free subscribers to convert to paid subscribers, and whenever somebody subscribes, becomes upgrades to paid, then I am automatically excluding them and they don't receive the rest of the emails, which in Substack is not really technically possible. So imagine, so I'm gonna send emails to somebody and they upgrade, and then I will keep sending them emails to upgrade, which is, I'm obsessed with customer experience, and that's not something that I want to have in any ways.
Yeah, that's definitely a major
Yeah,
benefit of Kit. But I mean, to me, it sounds like that Substack is rolling out these new features in the future for everybody. Just sounds
it
really
is.
nice
Yeah,
because that every new creator that's not as advanced as you and doesn't have Kit has like way more features to make their customer experience way better in
true.
the way these features
Yes,
happen. So that's really nice. And I guess also what Substack is trying to do here, they are trying to keep people on Substack. And so they're
true.
bringing out these advanced email automation features so that not
Yeah,
so many people go to Kit, right?
yeah, yeah. In a way, yeah, yeah. In a way, yes. But yeah, they're trying to bring more. They're trying to bring more people on the platform from all of the other platforms. But I think Kit is not their major competitor. I think it's Beehive actually. Because Beehive are unlike it, they are also looking very much into this organic discoverability, um, with the features that Kit has and Substack doesn't. Like for example, paid recommendations, which is another way to monetize. Um, and um, and
Paid
yeah,
recommendations.
yes. So
Kit
I
has
can
that.
in Kit, yes, I can go and pay Kit, or actually set up payment. I'm not paying Kit, but I'm paying the creator who recommends my Kit newsletter. And if they bring me subscribers, then I'm paying them. And you could also qualify those subscribers. You could say I'm paying only for active subscribers that have good click rates and engagement and open rates and so on. So yeah.
I mean,
Hi, Dennis.
something interesting here also. Before we
Mhm.
go to Dennis, Tina
Yeah.
said if they really want to make money, they need to add more payment gateway other than Stripe. I'm not sure what Tina means, but maybe you know what she's talking about.
I am absolutely 100%, 200, 300% agree with this. And I have asked Substack so many times. And not only another payment gateway, but also another way, like one time payments. I think we really miss that because we could monetize. Not all people want to really have a subscription and pay for a subscription. There are um, a certain segment of the people that would prefer to pay one time. So we really need a one time payment for digital products, for example, or if we would like to sell like lifetime access to Substack or things like that. And also Stripe. With Stripe, not all of the people, so not all of the countries are enabled in Stripe. And I have every now and then I have some people asking me, so they want to pay me, but Stripe is not available in their country, and they cannot, um, or it's not accepting their cards or things like that. And I have those type of issues as well. Yes, India, for example. Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's the
So it's a problem. And also, if you want to run a paid newsletter, and if you're in a country where where Stripe is not available, then you don't really have a way how to monetize directly on Substack. Mm,
Yeah, so
so
what would be the next best addition? I guess PayPal, but I'm not an expert in.
PayPal, I would say yes. PayPal, for example. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
definitely, definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah. Dennis. Hi, Dennis. So, Substack is rolling out some great new things. Maybe you want to share more now. If you're just teasing it, I will not be able to sleep now. You have to say what it is. I'm curious.
You think Dennis knows more than you, or what?
Probably. I don't know. um, Okay. Any suggestions in how to monetize otherwise? Tina is asking. Yes, digital products. It's just you launch digital products on other platforms and integrate on Substack. Like, for example, Gumroad is integrating with Substack very, very well. There are many creators who are doing this. So you publish your digital products on Gumroad, and then in your free articles, you add links to those digital products and you sell it like that. It's working really well. Or you could use, like, for example, Thrivecart, or I don't know, other platforms that allow for digital products, so you don't have to pay to platforms like, for example, Teachable, because they're kind of more on the expensive side. But for example, Gumroad is entirely free. They do have a bigger commission for, I think it's again 10% of your revenue Gumroad is keeping, but it's really easy to start, and you could do it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I can also say Gumroad is the way to start. I started with Gumroad, and the fees
Mm,
are in total now like 14 or 15%. So it's like a
mm,
lot. So it's similar to the advice I gave you. I said, like, if you are below 1,000 subscribers, then just go with the free option, which is Substack, and then you can think about scaling, which would be ConvertKit. And I have a similar principle about where you host your products. So if you're below $1,000 revenue, just stick with Gumroad, and then after the first 1,000, you can think about scaling, for example, with
mm,
Thrivecart. And Thrivecart is a very straightforward way to scale, because the very nice part about Thrivecart is that it's not a monthly fee you pay, but it's a one-time payment of $500, and then you never have to worry about it again, and you only pay the 3% of like the Strive transaction, where that you basically have to pay everywhere.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, and definitely the way to go, as
yeah.
Tina asked, any suggestions to monetize otherwise, is definitely digital products, which is very straightforward, and you can just link to Gumroad or
Mm,
Thrivecart wherever you host your products. And then, of course, you can look into services too at one point.
yeah. Yeah, actually, all of the other types of monetization outside of paid subscription is available to us on Substack, and that is also affiliates, sponsorships, partnerships that you could do, things like that. And to be honest, I am making a full-time income already on Substack. I talk about this a lot, but less than 30% of it is actually paid subscriptions. So big part of it is digital products, and also services like high ticket services and collaborations, affiliates. I even have sponsorships as well. So it's not the fact that you can't, Tina, you can't monetize with paid subscription, doesn't have to, stop you from actually generating good income. And I also know, by the way, I also know very successful creators who are not monetizing with paid subscriptions, but only with the other ways that are available to them. Like, for example, Matt Giaro, he has a huge audience and monetizing with free newsletter. We have Wes Pierce, for example, as well, who and people who are monetizing as well, very, very good. We have Timo as well, right, Timo? Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
I mean, when we're at the question of monetizing, Tina just asked, how did you get your early sales in Gumroad? So the thing is, that's a topic for another live stream, for another article. This is a massive
Yeah.
topic, but I just gave you the link. I made like one specific Gumroad article about like all the settings you can optimize to just increase the conversion of every person
Yeah.
that's visiting to becoming a customer. But the basic idea, which is very, very simple, is you get the traffic through your articles on Substack, and then you link to it. Either you link inside of the article if your digital product is relevant to what you're writing about.
Yeah.
And what you can always do is make the end call to action at the end of your article to check out your digital products. I mean, with Gumroad, it's nice. You can either link to a specific product page,
Yeah.
to a specific product, or on Gumroad, you also have something like a website where people can see all your products.
Mm.
So these are the basic options.
And also another way that you could use and also leverage the organic discoverability from Gumroad is to launch a freebie, like that is a free product on Gumroad, and enable Gumroad to promote it, and then make sure that you have upsells. So everybody who buys this freebie is basically free; they don't pay anything, but you have bump offers and upsells in the payment flow, and that can generate you really nice amount of money as well. I'm using this. That's how I got my first sales. I know Anforni, who has integrated very successfully Gumroad into his publication, also uses that. So yeah, it's a good way to go.
Yeah, that's actually the first way I thought about. It's just like not directly connected to Substack or to that stuff, so I didn't mention it. But yeah, most of my sales I got through making very valuable freebies on
Yeah,
Gumroad. And Gumroad, the best thing about Gumroad, especially for early creators, is that they have a really nice marketplace. So you create a freebie that people like, and you will get purchases of this freebie on autopilot. Some of these freebies will convert to your paying for your upsell. But when most people say you get like traffic on autopilot and everything works on autopilot, it's not autopilot. You always have to do something. But the
true.
Gumroad marketplace is the only thing where you actually get sales on autopilot. Like
Yes.
actually, yeah.
Yes, yes. So when they start recommending you your product, especially freebies are very successful in this. And it's even if it is, especially if it is very valuable and has very good feedback from other people, then you're good to go. Yeah,
Yeah. I think this is a very nice note to end this lovely live stream with you, Yana.
I agree. Yeah, we are almost 1 hour now. It's really, I just lost sense of time. I think we could talk for the whole day. Yeah, thank you so much for this. It was an amazing conversation today, and hopefully people find it useful.
Yeah, I also hope so. Thank you so much, Yana. And thank you for everybody listening and being part of this conversation. See you another
Mhm.
time. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.